Next message.
Met you in Houston, but you're from Atlanta, New York from Pennsylvania, something. Fuck, all I know is you hot and you know this. You make it easy to blow this, you know this thing. Hurricane that ass for me, shaped like a glass for me. It's like I knew what I liked.
My God, so today I almost died, and of course, in true corporate business fashion, no one cares, no one believes, folks. So, I don't know what the smell was, but most definitely, like, I came in this morning and literally, I was like, it just stinks. That was my first thing. So then, as soon as another girl comes in, she is just like on 10 about it because she smells chemical. Me personally, I just know it stinks. So we've been smelling this chemical all fucking day, or whatever is emitting in the atmosphere. We've been smelling it all day. And it's so crazy because, like, a wave of just sleepiness hit me. It's like it just hit me. I just got real sleepy. And I just didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, time change. My body is still getting accustomed to it. That was my first thought. But then it's like, as I'm reflecting on those previous days where I just would be sleepy, it's like, has this been emitting in the atmosphere this whole time and we just did not know? So then, of course, now my thing is this. Of course, the people you call to come fix the shit, they're going to say they don't smell shit because they don't want to work. And it's like, the saddest part is this: the black man, once a fuck again, who is being the biggest fucking asshole and jerk of the whole thing, and he's not smelling shit. So it's the end of the day, and the girls took all of our stuff and placed it out of the break room because that's predominantly where the smell keeps coming from, and it's traveling. So one of my thought process was like, it has to do something with the system of the hair of the washing the hair, because I was like, did the smells come back once we started washing hair? That's what my first thought was. And then another girl had mentioned something about hair, you know, the trap needing to be clean or some shit like that. But the thing about it is, when I tell you, like, this is like gas type of smell, because like once I was knowledgeable that I shouldn't have gotten sleepy like that, and then I realized, like, I'm not getting a major headache, but I am getting a headache from the smell. And then I go to the restroom, and the smell, when I tell you, it hits you, it fucking hits you. And it's like, it's hot. The smell is very loud. And you can feel it. Like, I felt it deeply in the restroom. And it's so funny because, like, I'm trying to tell them, like, that nigga say he don't want to smell that shit. Tell him to go to the fucking restroom. Because as soon as you go in the restroom, it fucking hits you. A customer went in the restroom before she left, and she was like, yes, it is very strong in the restroom. Like, as soon as you get it type of shit. And so then I'm literally all day long, I'm just like, let this bitch blow up. Let the bitch blow up. That's what I'm saying all fucking day. I'm just like, let the place catch on fire. That's the only way that they're gonna believe that some shit done went off and we're unable to find the source. Like, me personally, all day long, I was just like, okay, when we close up shop and we leave for this day, when we come back in the morning, I want there to be a fire or something to justify, like, wasn't nobody tripping. So, and it's so funny because it's always the black woman who take charge and is like, oh no, we're not working in these conditions. You're an assistant manager, you're on duty for the day. Fuck it that you sleep. You chose to put you sleep. Fuck it that you are sick or whatever is wrong with you. Like, you chose this position, this is the territory that goes with the position. And as assistant manager, you ran out this place. Like, you were happy to be away from this smell. That's my first thing that I was like, no. And then the manager, like, asshole about the situation because she's off and she wants to be with her man. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're the manager. This is what you do when you're a manager. When you're having your family time, when you're having your time to yourself and some shit pop off at the place that you're managing, I'm sorry, bitch, but you gotta get on your fucking job and do what the fuck you have to do. She gonna work you like a fucking slave. Like, she don't give a fuck about us. Like, she's proven that when we had to work in the sweat and the heat. And the thing about it is, we would have never got fans if I would have never brought my fan into the shop, because I'm like, if I can work in these conditions, but bitch, give me a fucking fan. So I brought my fan, and that's all of a sudden when she goes to go buy some fans type of shit. So she didn't care even then. And my thing that pissed me off then was, like, you have pregnant women in here getting their hair done, and you don't give a fuck about them nor their children. So, and of course, our manager don't give a fuck. Black man comes in, straight up attitude. He don't smell shit, and I know that nigga smell that shit. And he kept trying to say, it's this, this, and this, but yeah, he didn't even go. I don't even think he went to go see if these specific things were the problem. But the thing about it is, like, you would smell grease. And that's what he had to say something about. This used to be a restaurant, and like, there's a thing called a grease trap. I don't know much about that, but it has something to do when people who fry a lot of foods, they have to filter the grease. They have to pour the grease in certain areas and such and such. So that's what he was trying to say. It was the grease from restaurants and shit. So it's the end of the day. And it gets stronger again. And so he comes in, attitude, of course, he goes in there. And I already knew he was going to say he ain't going to smell it, because when I went in there, it wasn't as strong. But I smelled that shit strong as fuck in the bathroom type of shit. So it's traveling. It's fucking traveling. So I go out the door, and the security lady pulls up, hops out the car, and like, don't shut that door. I think I'm detoxing that shit because I'm coughing. And I don't got a reason to be coughing right now. But the security lady jumps out the car. She's like, don't close that door. She come in. She's like, I got a call about a fire or some shit like that. And that's was like, there's a smell. And literally, this man came in the shop maybe about a good 5 minutes before this lady. So tell me why, as soon as the lady walks in the door, and I'm like, you see that? Do you smell that? And she smelled it instantly. And so I was like, come to the restroom. You gonna really smell that shit. Like, I want them to know, like, this is what I've been trying to, I don't know if they even went to the restroom, but I hope they went to the restroom. I left because, like, all day long, I didn't get nauseous. But after going in and using that restroom, I started to get nauseous. So I'm like, I have to go because I'm starting to get nauseous. And yeah. So it's just so crazy that how you come in instantly, you can't smell that shit. But someone else comes in instantly, smells that shit. And not even that, a customer's husband came in and it was like, yes, I smell this shit. Customers, like, I had a customer who specifically said that it smelled like the word that the other girl mentioned earlier when she came in. So it's like, you have all these customers who smelling this shit, and you're like, it wasn't just a black man. There was 2 Hispanic mans coming in, and they're saying they don't smell the shit either. So I don't know what's gonna happen after this, but it's just so crazy how, like, the 2 black girls who was on that shit, like, they were on that shit. They was not playing games. the two black girls who was on this shit, it's just so funny how everything comes to light full circle, because ahead of time I always be talking to her and I'm always just like, the one thing that I be stretching to the girl who's she's like she's the hair specialist. I can't think of what her position is, but literally what she had to do wasn't in her job title. Like, her job title is to make sure that everybody's doing blowouts properly. So yeah, so it's like the two black girls, they get up on it and they're trying to get the problem solved. Literally all fucking day long, they're trying to get this problem solved. And it's just so crazy how everything that I've been telling her, how basically like they think that us as black people, they think we don't know shit. And it's just like so bad. I wanted to tell them all day, like, remember these conversations that I was telling y'all. Remember those things that I was telling them. This is those things that I'm talking about, where they think we don't know nothing. They think we don't know shit. They think that we're this, we're that. But at the end of the day, they show as hell that hating ass energy that they are feeling from these folks. This is why they're feeling that hating ass energy. This is why these people are acting these way towards you, because look what you're doing. You ain't taking no bullshit. These bitches are fucking scary. Like, I can't remember if I talked about how they were trying to pinch me, and how even then, like, one of the girls was like, she got some quick hands. Like, yeah, bitch, come on. And I'm not even gonna lie, like, I told one girl, I was like, we can take this outside real quick, real fast, in a hurry. I found out she was scared because she was like, no. Oh, I'd be like, you sure? Because like we can go outside. We wasn't arguing anything, but it was like in the midst of us talking, I'm just like, you can catch these hands outside type of shit. And even the manager, like, I had a moment where I had showed her and respectfully, like, you're not just about to come up on me. Like, you think you about to do this? Like, bitch, I'm going straight for the guggler type of shit. So it's like, they are scared of you and they see that they can't break you no matter what. And it's like, so bad. I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, yes, look at them. Like, my first thing, as soon as she came in and as soon as I figured out what she was doing, I was like, literally, it always take a black woman to fix a fucking problem. And exactly what I said, because that lady, the security lady, literally, black woman, and she come in that bitch full fucking force. And when I say full force, she was in that bitch full force, or at the point where I couldn't tell if she was fucking mad at us or mad at this man, because baby, she was not playing no games, and she never plays no games. Like, when I tell you, this lady has the respect of not even just black folks when she be securing in the whole Rice Village area. Literally, I be seeing this lady talk to white, black, Hispanic. She be holding full-fledged conversations with every fucking race, and every fucking race I see her talk to, I don't see any malice or anything like they're scared of her or anything. All I see is she has, there's something about her where people respect her. So honestly, as soon as she went in, I went out, and I told the girl, I was like, this is that angel that we've been praying for all fucking day. Like, literally, I said that. I was like, this lady don't play. And the thing about it is, she always makes sure that we good. So we can go. Like, literally, I said that. I was like, this is our angel. Like, we're good type of shit. Don't worry about them. Like, they're in good hands with this lady. So I wasn't even going to talk about this because I didn't really feel anything today. Like, of course, I realized that I did get a headache. And, of course, I realized that the shit made me fucking sleepy. But once I got nauseous, that's when I crossed the line. Because I get nauseous in general because I'm just so picky. And especially if I don't eat and shit like that. So, luckily, I feel like because I stayed hydrated and thank God I ate before I started working, I feel like that's really what helped me a lot today. So, yeah, all I got to say is I wasn't told what happened, but all I got to do is say is somebody tried to cover their ass. That's one thing. That's all I have to say. And if I remember, I'll send a text message. That little text message conversation. But bitch, literally everything I just fucking spoke, God literally just that fast delivered the message to say, like, bitch, you know exactly what's going on. Like, you were so right. And the thing about it is that Mexican man, those two Mexican ass men are the ones who fucked up. Because I was trying to wonder and figure out why he was creeping at the door. This because he smelled that shit from the get-go. And I can't lie, that makes me also wonder, is that really what I was smelling yesterday? Because as soon as I got in, I was like, oh no, like I couldn't even be back there. That's how bad it was smelling. And it's like later on that night, like one of the salads that this girl had made had vinaigrette in it. And she made enough for everybody. So that shit was sitting out all day. So it's like once I found out, like, I was smelling the vinaigrette basically sitting out, being spoiled, it wasn't really that specific meal that was being spoiled. It's just vinaigrette dressing is just so overpowering that you pile that on top of a trash smell, a stinky smell, and literally it just stinks. And so it's like, as I'm even thinking about what's really has happened, I'm like, I eliminated the vinaigrette instantly from that smell that I was smelling yesterday. And it's like, yes, I was smelling the smell that we've been smelling all day yesterday. Plus that salad that was on top of it, type of thing. So it's like, wow, this shit has been going on since yesterday. And then I don't know if the girl ate the food or not, caught off because she was throwing up. She had food poisoning. That's what happened with her. So it's like, I was like, oh shit, was that food really bad? That was one of my first thoughts. But now it's like, she may have eaten that food on top of inhaling that shit. Because I don't know what time she went in to know at what time that they all consumed this food, type of thing. So it's like, she may be sick from that smell, honestly. And that's where, like, I don't fuck with that hoe. She know I don't fuck with that hoe, but 100%, like, look what I'm doing. I'm on the fucking cam, and literally, I still have her back. And I was like, that's probably why she's sick. That's the type of person I am. I don't wish no ill will on nobody who do me wrong. I don't. Because that's not how I'm going to get my blessings. Like, most definitely, you're going to feel my wrath, but you're going to be able to bounce back from that shit. You are. Like, it's not the end all be all, but most definitely you have to feel the effects of what I bring to you. And the thing about it is, even yesterday I saw her peep that shit that them bitches was doing to me, and I saw her literally, I saw her just watching and observing me. And she 100%, she may not have known it, but I saw her watching and smiling at me, like, not even letting their bullshit antics faze me. Like, bitch, no. You like me, you gonna fucking like me. Ain't no back and forth bullshit that y'all think is cute type of shit. No. Don't get dislike of me because you feel like I'm doing better than you. Like, don't do that shit. Like, my nigga, you still got it 10 times fucking better than me because of this, okay? And this is not even referring to the white girl at this point. This is referring to the Indian and the Mexican girls. That's what this is referring to at this fucking point. Because yes, I be constantly peeping that back and forth bullshit. But the thing is, I'm like, bitch, I don't fucking care. Like, you not about to be hot and cold to me. I'm always gonna be myself. But when I feel that energy, most definitely, you gonna speak to me first, because I don't owe you shit. I don't. Especially when I said hi when I walked through. I really do. When I enter a room, if I see you, I speak. If I see you busy, I keep it fucking moving type of shit. But I do speak as I see people type of thing. And then also, that makes me wonder if when I came in this morning, if I instantly felt it, because literally as soon as I walked in, I kept it moving. She said hi. Unfortunately, I started doing this. Like, I've been doing this all fucking day. And I'm just realizing this because I'm talking this, you know, and I'm reiterating like my whole day and my yesterday, because now it just has me wondering. And then also now, like, I was thinking, like once I figured out my smell, like one of the things is I just hope that I didn't offend the person who made the meal to think that I was thinking anything bad about her food, because I'm really, you know, really wasn't. It was just like I keep smelling something and then I get this specific dressing, and instantly I just flash back to my Randall's days where I was doing the salad bar, and just literally me doing the salad bar and making the salad and disposing of the salad and shit like that. Like, that mixed in with the dumper smell, I know that fucking smells. So I had a like aha moments, like that's what I keep smelling, and then it just makes me feel better. But then it's like, that's what I'm smelling, and it's smelling like that's, yeah, no. But at least now I know, like, I wasn't insulting her. It was really a cause and effect type of shit that went on. And I feel like the vinaigrette was probably what it saved our lives in a sense, because if it was never in the atmosphere to emit that smell, to make that smell pungent type of thing. And I say pungent because these girls ain't clean. Like, they don't really clean up the way that they should, but I just work there. That's my job. That's what I get paid to do. I don't do nothing extra unless I'm bored, and as long as I'm stay busy, I'm not bored. But yeah, I'm always gonna do my own shit first before I do they shit, because I don't get paid to be anything else but a fucking stylist. So yes, so it's a cause and effect where literally that salad could have saved her life. Like, if she wouldn't have made this salad for the girls and left it out all day, this smell that ultimately is just getting stronger and stronger would not have been as loud possibly. Because even when I came in, like, I smelled it and I kept looking in the trash to see if they threw out the trash, because that's how loud it was. So yeah, like, I'm just more shocked on how everybody who was closest to that door was more affected than I was. Like, the fact that, and I worked over there on that side one good time, and I even then I was very mindful of if I would get a headache, and I feel like I did at the moment get a headache, but it was very faint, very light. Like, I really feel like the fact that I was eating and drinking, because like I even like had to do a turnaround and tell myself, nah bitch, drink some fucking water. And I'll never just stop. Like, when I'm on go, literally I put some gum in my mouth and I'm gone. But even I stopped during an actual client and drank some fucking water type of shit. Like, that's how I'm like, wow, like, if I wouldn't at least done this shit right here, just this small amount, something so small, like, I could have been like the worst case scenario, because I have asthma. So it's like, there's no telling what could have happened to me in the midst of me just being like winging it and saying fuck it and just not eating. But no, as soon as I got in, I was like, I'm about to scarf this shit down. Like, that was my number one goal. And I ate almost all of it. And then I was like, nah, that's cool, because later on, we gonna eat this shit. And I did. And so even me scarfing that shit down real quick, I was like just proud of myself of even making sure that I ate. Like, that is something new that I've never saw in myself. Like, of course, I pack my shit and I have my methods of eating and drinking and shit like that. Like, the one thing in cosmetology school, I was like, that's not gonna be me. Like, I'm going to do what I got to do. If that means me being very self-aware and telling myself to stop and drink some fucking water or stop to eat this fucking food. As soon as my stomach even started seeming like she was hungry, literally, I scarfed the rest of that food. I was so happy I got to eat my chips. So it was a win-win situation. I ate on my cookies, like I said, because that was what gave me my energy. Literally, just me talking. That's what gave me my energy. If I wouldn't have had those cookies to eat on after eating all of this other shit and still making sure I drink my water, yeah, I probably would have been worse off than a lot of these people maybe about to be, whatever be. Like, yeah. So, I think I just had to get that off my chest because it's unraveling, and I'm not gonna stop thinking about like things that I peeped and seen or thought about. Like, that's not gonna be on my brain for the rest of the night type of shit because I spoke it out. And then my last thing that apparently God really wants me to speak this shit. So this may be an important key ingredient, but also like it makes me wonder because they sent these two Mexican men to come check the problem out. And the one man that I've never seen before, he came creeping in and opened the door really, really slowly. And like, granted, like, it could have been he may not know someone's behind the door, which I knew that really wasn't the case. But I kept wondering why he crept into the door like that. Like, you know how you creep into something when you scared. Like, that's what he did. And then I put an account that scared him, but I was like, no, because she was looking just as like, what's going on? Like, she wasn't scared or anything like that, but like even her face wasn't hostile or anything like that. And that may be why I gotta say this shit right here to protect my beach. But no, let me stop because no. But this might be why. But I kept wondering why I seen him creep in the door like that, real slow and scary like he was very timid about it. Like, his body language let me know he was scared about something. And that's why I checked to see how my kid was doing shit, because if she's calm, like, I know, like, she can handle shit. Like, literally, when I seen her mention a chemical smell, my very first words to myself was, it always takes a black woman to have to put the shit in fucking order. And she was on that shit all fucking day type of shit. Like, that's, I don't know why, but whatever, we're gonna keep it going. But I kept wondering, and then even as I'm going to my client, I was like, he's probably just scared of us, like, I don't know, type of shit. That's the only thing I could think of is like, all these black women probably just fucking scared. So instinctively, I was like, whatever, you can be scared. But then I saw them whispering, the two Mexican men, I saw them whisperings, and then they just disappeared out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell? But I didn't think nothing of it because literally I was working. So, but the thing about it is, like, literally, I keep my eye on everything. Like, no, like, I work where I work very meticulously. Can't say that right. But literally, there's a method to my fucking madness. And the thing about it is, no one realized, like, I work where I work because when I gotta react, if I see somebody come shooting through the front door, bitch, I'm going straight out the back door. Okay? If I see somebody coming through the back door shooting, bitch, I got the fucking front door. Literally. I work the way I work and where I work for a reason. It doesn't matter which station I work at, but baby, you best believe I'm going to be on this side of the fucking stationary. And that's ultimately what saved my life, is the fact that I was working where I was the safest physically, where if that shit blew up today, bitch, I would have been able to react and escape quickly. And the thing about it is, I'm gonna hear that boom, And then, of course, you're going to go want to absorb that boom. But, baby, when I tell you that boom could have been really big, and me just talking about this boom, I can feel how big that fire could have been if what I prayed for all day came to fruition. That's all I can say. Like, that would have been a huge ass fire. Really would have been. If that's really what essentially could have happened. Like, man. And the thing about it is, one person possibly don't even know. But luckily, I feel like the blast would have been just big enough to probably just like get a few people and just make them injured. But possibly a person could have died today. And if we're being true, I could have died today. Because if some shit would have happened, I was right there at the fucking door at that station. Literally. I was literally at that door. I could have died right then and there. I would have died. I know that. Like, ain't no coming back from that shit. But yes, I could have died. And that's why I choose life. Like, you can't escape shit like that and then not be like, man, fuck my life type of shit. Nah, nigga. You escape some bullshit like that and you really reflect on how blessed you are, my nigga. You should be waking up very happy tomorrow. And guess what? I'm gonna wake up very happy.
I'm looking for, yeah. It's that bird in the VIP line with the V-time and the East Laurent. She drive a Nissan and she in a Pima. I don't want her.